Hello. It's going to be a midnight dinner, and it's probably going to be a rich dinner, but we're going to be making a beautiful recipe. It's a Mediterranean recipe, we're going to be using lamb chops. And I found these lamb chops that were on special, and I want to make this is going to be for a special dinner. So here we go. So first of all, I have the heat on like a medium, and the skillet is hot. Chops. I have my bell peppers, have my onions, carrots, my flat leaf parsley, have my oil, salt and pepper, my thyme and oregano. Okay. First thing we want to do is we want to season our pork chops. So I have a mixture of sea salt and some black pepper. We're just going to season that really quickly. Okay. I'm going to season the other side. I trimmed all the fat off because I don't want, these chops have a lot of fat in them, so I really don't need that extra fat in them. So, and I have double seasoning here. In the meantime, I'm going to heat up. This is extra virgin olive oil with some canola mixture. Okay. And that's about, I would say that's about 1/4 of a cup. And so I have some flour with some salt and pepper as well. I'm going to go ahead and mix that. And then I'm going to douse these. So I want to make sure I put them in at the same time. Okay. This beautiful Mediterranean dish is one of my favorites. It's kind of like a lamb goulash with some tomatoes and peppers, but I mean, depending on the regions and where you, on the recipes, some parts use the tomatoes and some places, some areas do not use the tomatoes. So, so now that should be ready to, so after we coat it with the flour, so that should be ready to place in there. Let me heat those up. Okay. Take my time, let them cook for a little bit. Put this aside. Put the rest of that oil in there. And what's going to happen is that oil is going to be flavoring it up, so with the meat. So, and I want to savor that oil so that I can saute all my vegetables in it as well. Oh, that smells so good! Okay, I'm going to turn these over. Let that sizzle. I can use a little bit longer because I want them caramelized. Just a little bit. don't want to do that. So I know that there's a hot spot here, so I'm going to rotate them. When you have a gas stove, sometimes there are hot spots, you know. Now I don't necessarily need to cover it, but I can if I want to. But I really don't, because I'm going to be pulling them out and I'm going to be simmering them in the sauce that I'm going to show you how to make, this beautiful Mediterranean sauce. That sizzle. Meantime, that's sizzling, I'm going to show you the ingredients that I have that I bought. And what I want to show you is I buy this this beautiful canned crushed tomatoes, and it has the basil. You can get it in different ways. You can, and this is already salted, so I don't have to put a lot of salt in there, but I'm going to put a lot of vegetables in there that don't need the salt. So I have these crushed tomatoes with, they're so beautiful, and that's what they look like in this. Look how gorgeous that is. It's so gorgeous. And then I have some wine, and that's a red blended wine. It looks burgundy, but you could use pretty much any kind of wine. And then I have some stock that I made, and I put in the freezer, and I thawed it out. And of course I have my peppers, my onions, like I said before, and then my flat leaf parsley, and you can put margarine in this as well. And oh, of course, I have to get the paprika. Oh my goodness, you have to have paprika. So I'm going to get some paprika going on in there. Have to have paprika. Mediterranean. So that's starting to really caramelize beautifully. Give it one more flip. And this is not a rare meat. A lot of people like to eat their meats rare. This is going to be tender, and it's going to be thoroughly cooked because it's going to be cooked in its sauce. Now I'm just going to go ahead and start removing them in a minute. So that looks like I'm going to remove that. I'm going to remove this one. You see how the flour seals the juices of the meat in? And that's what that flour is doing. Okay. It's a nice big one right here. Now, that looks nice. So I'm going to take my vegetables. I'm going to take all my vegetables, beautiful, and just drop them in there. Beautiful that is. With the rest of the salt and pepper. Altogether, that's about a teaspoon each. Probably not even a teaspoon. I would say half to 3/4 of a teaspoon. Then I want to make sure that's completely wilted. God, that smells so good. Clean up as I go. Altogether, that's 2 bell peppers. That's about 3/4 of an onion. You see I have more bell peppers than I do onion because I want the flavor of the bell pepper. And then the carrots, of course, sweeten, and that's about 1 large carrot. Or you could use about 3-4 of the small baby carrots that you find that are already peeled, and just cut them diagonally. And I would say this is a family style recipe. So I want to get that done. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put the meat back over in there. And put the larger pieces in my hot spot. Remember that hot spot? My smaller pieces. It's not. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pour my tomatoes. That's about 24 ounces of tomatoes in there. I'm going to add about 1/2 cup of the white wine sauce, and this is about a couple cups of the stock. I'm going to let that simmer with some spices, and these are dry spices, and I say that's thyme. That's about a couple teaspoons of thyme. And then, oh, let's not forget the paprika. Let's put some paprika in there. So I want plenty of paprika in there. I'm going to put like at least a teaspoon, because smoked paprika is really, really strong. Well, it's not that strong, but it's strong. Stir that in there. Okay. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and put, well, that was my, is this oregano? Oh yeah, this is oregano. So it's about a couple of teaspoons of that. And that's going to give it a nice Mediterranean flavor. And I'm also going to put half of my herbs, half of the herbs that I have, I'm going to leave half out and then half in. Well, maybe a little bit more. So I'll leave that much. That's a good handful of herbs. And I'm going to go ahead, mix that up with the sauce. So some of it will cook in the sauce while I'm going to top some afterwards. And I want to taste it. Give it a little flavor taste. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. And so I'm going to lower this to a medium low. I'm going to cover it, and then we'll show you the results after it's done. And it should, I would cook it for about at least 45 minutes on a medium low. Okay, I'll see you soon.